Hey everybody. So the New York Islanders have had a pretty decent start to the season. They're sitting at 5-3-1 now, and John Tavares is just getting going. Tavares has 10 points on the season. 7 of them have come in the last 2 games. So before that, Tavares really wasn't doing much, and even without much production from him, the Islanders were still playing pretty well and had having a decent start to the year. Well, against San Jose, Tavares had a goal and 2 assists for 3 points, and then last night against Arizona, he had a hat trick and added another assist for a 4-point night. And like I said, he's now at 10 points in 9 games, and for this team needs Tavares to be successful. That's obvious. He's one of the best players in the game. He's their superstar. They need him playing at a high level. But the fact that this team was still playing decent hockey with Tavares not putting up numbers makes me wonder what they can do with Tavares putting up numbers, because he's just breaking out now for this season, and obviously he's not going to put up 7 points in 2 games, for over and over again. But if you can get him going and get him scoring at a point per game pace, could this team be a playoff team? Even though at the beginning of the year I predicted the Islanders to be near the bottom of the Metropolitan Division, I didn't think they had a chance at the playoffs. I really didn't think they were very good, quite honestly. And so far this season, they have been pretty good. And even with not so great goaltending all the time, both their goalies, Greiss and Halak, their goals against averages are a little high, especially Thomas Greiss's. It's over 3. And even without Tavares putting up a ton of points until the last couple games, they've played pretty well. And now that he's catching on fire and he's starting to produce, I'm starting to think that this team could compete for a wild card spot. Obviously, there's still a long way to go in the season. We're just getting going here. They haven't even played 10 games yet, and they're in a very difficult division. The Metropolitan is full of playoff potential teams. There's not one team in that division that I look at and go, "Wow, they're atrocious. They're going to be like at the bottom of the league." Even the Rangers are probably the worst team in that division right now, and that's just because they've got off to such a horrible start. But so with Tavares really getting going, this team, I don't know what their ceiling is. They could potentially be a playoff team, which is kind of out of nowhere. I don't think a lot of people expected that. Now you've also got, obviously, Pittsburgh is the class of that division. I'd say Columbus is right behind them. Those are probably your 2 best teams. But then after that, it's really everyone else in that division fighting for a playoff spot. So it's still, even if Tavares plays great, it's still going to be pretty difficult for the Islanders to make the playoffs, because you got teams like Philly, Carolina, New Jersey, all looking to make the playoffs. Washington, obviously, they've kind of gone downhill a little bit after their hot start. They've come back to reality now, and they're not a lock for the playoffs. This division is full of teams that can make the playoffs. The Rangers, they want to turn their season around. They've gotten off to a really bad start, a start that no one expected, but it's still early, and they want to turn that around and be a playoff team like everyone thought they would be this year. So it's really good to see the Islanders, A, winning when Tavares wasn't scoring, B, winning and have him scoring. It's really good to see him really light it up and put some points on the board. But doesn't mean that they're going to be a playoff team or that anything is really guaranteed in that division. I think They're still a bubble team for me. I think if Tavares could go cold again, he could score 7 points in 2 games and now go pointless for the next 3 or 4. You don't know what's going to happen. But I really liked seeing him getting going and starting to put some points on the board. The Islanders need him to be their leader, their captain, and their best offensive player. And if he's those things, they have a shot at the playoffs. If he's not, then it's probably not going to happen for the Islanders this year. They're probably not going to make the postseason if he's not playing at an elite level most of the time. So, like, share, comment, subscribe, please. Spread the word. We want this channel to grow. Thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon.